Most accelerators run as accelerators first and funds second. And I like to describe us as a fund first that happens to run an accelerator second. It's a subtle play on words, but I think what it means is very profoundly different. And why I say that is that if you're an accelerator first, regardless of where your money comes from, what you're really trying to do is distribute resources across to all companies, and you want them all to kind of kumbaya their way up and out and be successful. I think the reality is that most companies are going to fail, not just startups. Most companies are going to fail. So when you operate as a fund first, what you're really doing is you're bringing everybody in. Let's just say figuratively, the first half of the program, you're kind of giving everybody access to the same resources. And then for that latter half, you start to really, really focus on who the winners are. I think there's an awful lot of accelerators out there. I think there's very few of them that have managing directors or founders that are actually thinking of it from the perspective of, I have to be the number 1, 2, or 3 player in this region, or it doesn't matter, right? I also think now you're starting to see an increase in industry vertical accelerators, right? And I think that same thing will apply to them too. As more and more of these industry vertical accelerators pop up, I truly hope that the founders or the directors of these programs start to think about it from the perspective of, how do I become the 1, 2, or 3? If they don't, I think that would worry me. But in our case, like we love investing in other companies that are companies that came out of other accelerators. One thing I should mention about us is that we, again, operating as a fund first and an accelerator second, we're agnostic to whether or not the company came through another accelerator or not. They don't have to come through our accelerator. If we feel comfortable with where they're at and what they've done, then by all means, let's do it as a seed investment and let them get back to work.